Boy, it's a picture-perfect afternoon here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. The roof is open, and it is time for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Prescott from the gun. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. 3rd and 2.
It's now 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott rolling to his right. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago. So a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
To throw is Prescott. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
at the Commanders' 44-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Throwing. Prescott. That is caught. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Prescott to throw it. Steps away to his left. That is caught inside the 5. And the Cowboys are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Dowdle is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a
touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the 2nd drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing now is Daniels. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Still going. And the Cowboys are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now Prescott. Eluding the... And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. Now a 2nd and 10. Prescott. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Ferguson. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's brought down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Trayvon Diggs getting the tackle. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. To the air goes Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 30. Daniels looking to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And the Cowboys are going to have it here just past the 25.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Flushed out right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
2nd and 6. Robinson up the middle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Daniels from the gun on third down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4. To throw is Daniels. He'll buy some time right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now Daniels. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Daniels. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
2nd and 10. On the counter, this is Robinson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Motion man is Crowder. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and give it instead to Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only Here, second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
This is 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Daniels. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Motion man is Crowder. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. Crowder in motion here right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Motion man is Crowder. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. He'll get it inside the 20, and he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Crowder in motion here right. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he is into the end zone for a Commanders touchdown. Jamison Crowder, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Prescott now. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing every play takes on a bigger significance. And this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary. And that's a job well done there.
Here's Prescott. And this is incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. Sliding out of the pocket. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A give left side to Robinson. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running.
There he goes left side. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Crowder, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Daniels. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Play action. Now it's Daniels. He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Noah Brown, 32 yards. And the Commanders have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Seibert on for the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Commanders 28, Cowboys 14. Austin Seibert.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 3rd. Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The kicker, Jake Bates, has this one on the tee. He'll run up and send this one away here at Ford Field. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They go here with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, You couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That one goes for 8 yards.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
Throwing is Williams. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Back to the running game with Swift. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift, 14 yards. And the Bears put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So already trailing, Charles, they opted to try to take a shot on their first play from scrimmage. Obviously, that one didn't pan out.
Absolutely not. And how about the momentum that's being created now? You score, you take it away, big return. You've got a chance to go up 2 touchdowns here early in the game. That'll feel great for their team.
To throw, it's Williams. He's got the connection to Moore.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. He probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
To throw, Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Williams. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And they'll get this down to the 10. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bears 7, Lions nothing.
The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll go play action here with Williams. Firing quickly, but it's in.
good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Flush to his right. And I think the ball's out. We always see a lot of veterans on the defensive side of football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Here's Williams. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, it took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him early, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Williams going to sneak it. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
The field goal would have been a pretty decent length, but I'm still kind of surprised they didn't kick it.
Yeah, I know, because you think you take the 3 there, trust him, but at the same time, if you can't pick up a few inches in this situation, you probably don't deserve to win the game anyway. Go get it, and they did.
To the air, Williams finding more on the out route for the completion. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Swift is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0.
Lions, 0. Carlos Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Back to throw, Goff.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Now a 2nd and 6. The give right side for Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 31 yards. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So how about that for your first carry of the game? Not bad.
How about that, and not bad at all? I think he earned himself a little bit more work, partner, because that's what you want from your number 2 or your number 3 running backs. You want him to come in with the fresh legs, give your team a little jolt, and he did it right there. Best way to lobby for more playing time? Have run.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Better ball security, but not much else to show for it. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun, here's Williams.
Eluding the pressure right.
We'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 37 yards.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, You're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to him. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
So it looks like they start some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Williams.
And the man is Kmet, the tight end.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think they get back in balance. It'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
To throw is Goff.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
And off to Gibbs, headed right here. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From the 50, it's Goff.
That's caught. It's Sam Laporta.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Here's the former Bear. This is David Montgomery.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 3.
Here's Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Goff.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Coming right, this is Montgomery on the toss. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Goff now looks to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now Williams throwing to start the drive. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left.
20. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DeAndre Swift, 46 yards. And the Bears are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
That is caught by Laporta.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And some room to roam now. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Goff.
That's complete to Laporta.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Goff. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone is in a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Williams. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked up by Kirby Joseph.
And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
After the interception, here's Goff.
There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions.
10 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Lions take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. As this gets him back, we get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
Dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Now that's a killer because you think you get it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
You're exactly right. Looked like a for-sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turn.
Throwing is Williams.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call the timeout here defensively.
Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
To throw, it's Williams.
Forced out to his left. And this is caught. He hits more.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Williams going to sneak it.
And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the Lions will take over. Now Goff. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
Here's 1st and 10.
He'll get this one to Patrick. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Here's 2nd down.
Goff now to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here now, a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And he is not going to reach the goal line. They were forced to go for it, down 2, but the defense rises to the occasion, and they hold on to their lead. "25 seconds to go. A must recover if they're going to have any chance. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth-quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? In the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was a game where they got out to a pretty good size lead, and then they had to hang on for dear life at the end.
Not exactly how you would draw it up. You would continue to score and find ways to keep your lead pretty well throughout the game. But they did find a way to win, as you noted. Hung on at the end as the big rush came at them. Fortunately enough, they put enough points on the board to have enough of a cushion that they were able to survive what happened in the fourth quarter.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Detroit.
Welcome to Baltimore's Inner Harbor. 70,000 plus have filled M&T Bank Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. Hardy now with the return. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
At their own 20-yard line.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. First play of the game, first throw of the game. He's got his big target. That's Isaiah Likely.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. An early test to start this one. 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for this with Henry. He will have a Ravens first down. They are able to move the sticks. It's a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And he'll get forward for a couple. Cleveland Furl able to make the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Jackson now. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. They pick up 17 through the air. First down, Baltimore. Here's Henry. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6.
At the Commanders' 24-yard line.
Here's Jackson. That is caught at the 3. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
This is just like resets, just playing one-on-one football and saying, all right, I'm throwing you the ball. You got to go get open. This is a great job by the receiver selling it at the top of his route. The defender thought he was defending a deep ball. He's sticking.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
That 1st and goal sack now changes everything defensively, Mike. You imagine that you're in a 4-down territory where the offense is going to try to take advantage of the field position and punch it in over the goal line. Now, can you hold up on 2nd and 3rd down and come away with forcing a field goal, which in this situation, I think is a huge win.
Now from the 9, it'll be 2nd and goal. Jackson. They're called in at the 2. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find...
And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Right to the air goes Daniels. That one complete to Brian Robinson. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. We are through one. 7-0 is our score. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing now, Daniel. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And he will go all the way. De'Ami Brown. Touchdown, Washington. Austin Seibert now for the extra point. And that one bangs off the right upright. Does not go in. It's no good. And they're unable to add the point after. Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Lamar going to work from the pistol. That's caught. Derrick Henry. Oh, yeah. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Jackson out of the pistol. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely, and results in a completion.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Throwing Jackson. He gets that to the veteran Aguilar. A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Raven first down. 2 minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Now Jackson. He keeps it himself. That's going to wind up incomplete, but a penalty flag is down on the play. Let's see what that's all about. Bateman is the motion man. 2nd down. Jackson. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. That's complete. It's Jamison Crowder. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. They'll throw with Daniel. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Daniels now going to look to throw. Now they'll set up the screen to Eckler. Here's 3rd and 2. Motion man sent right. 3rd and 2. Here's Daniel. That one intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again. There's a lot of quarterbacks around the league that really struggle with this, Mike, but not this guy. A righty quarterback moving to his left. Your mechanics, your footwork, and your arm talent all have to align, and tell you what, he does it about as well as anybody around the league.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Henry. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. On 3rd down, here's a run by Henry. 14 on the pickup. First down, Baltimore.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. I've always thought it comes down to being good at three situations. Can you run the ball in the fourth quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations? Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Jackson now on second down. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack in the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
He's got it at the 3. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1. They'll run the sneak. Looking for that crease inside, and that did not break the play. No doubt about it. They are going to mark him short. Here now, second down and goal. They'll go with the sneak. Looking for that crease inside, and that did not break the play. No doubt about it. They are going to mark him short. So they've been stopped twice at the 1. Can they break through here on third and goal? It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find an opening, but too good in the middle from the defense. They stop this up, and now it is fourth down. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on first and 10. Now Daniels. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Stevens. And he won't be able to take it all the way in, but that is a great return, and they are set up first and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The shotgun, here's Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average. And frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
Now, a loose football. The Commanders come up with it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it, and which team does a better job taking it away.
They'll go again with Robinson. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
And in motion is Brown. To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Off the RPO, they'll get it to Brown. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down. They'll run with Robinson. Lots of space past the 45. 20. 15. The speed on display. He's in. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Commanders. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. Hardy now with the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. Going to go right back to Henry. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Now a 3rd and 2. And the pistol, Jackson ready. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry. And he will score. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Third and a yard, it's Daniel. He's got the veteran Zach Ertz. Big strides, look at him go. And he will go all the way. Zach Ertz, touchdown Washington. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He knocks it through. And the Commanders go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This is fielded inside the 5. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Pistol give to Henry. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Pistol formation with Jackson. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down. On the ground, here's Henry. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Raven first down.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the first down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
Jackson out of the pistol. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Here comes second down. They'll drop to throw. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former Wolverine, the rookie from Michigan. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with first and goal. with Robinson. Down to the 4. It'll be second and goal. They send the tight end in motion. One more time, it's Robinson. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal. Here's a run with their tight end. And waiting, no signal. He did not get in. And that's going to bring up fourth and goal. So a big spot for Austin Seibert. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. And this one on line. And it is good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now. From the 6, here comes a return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll come up for first and 10. To throw is Jackson. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw,
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Here's Carlos Santos ready to get this one started. And off we go here in Baltimore. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. Oh, what an inauspicious start. It's intercepted. Picked off by T.J. Edwards.
So you work all week on your opening script, Mike, and what happens? Well, that opening script is going to have to wait until your second possession. The defense comes out with a big stop early. They get the interception, and now it's the opposing team going out looking to take this early lead.
Williams going to throw on the first play. That one into the hands of Moore downfield. A lot of terrific quarterbacks from Southern California, and here's another one. The rookie gets his team a first down. First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. A good spot here. Second and a yard. To throw is Williams. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Third and a yard. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. And that big offensive line. Clearing space. He's in. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. We'll go again here with Henry. A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play. They'll work now on second and 4. Now Jackson. He'll look for Flowers downfield. That is hot. And he will score. Jay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. It's up and good. And the Ravens will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. tied, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. On the return, it's Tyler Scott. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return.
When you get a big return like that, the offense takes the field with a lot more energy. They can see the end zone. They know they've got a short field. It brings a boost to the entire sideline when the special teams can have an impact play like we just saw there.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He's going to keep it himself.
That's a smart play. Second down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable third down.
Third and short yardage, and here's Williams. He'll get rid of it and complete it.
I hope we all appreciate just how difficult it is to throw the ball that well while on the run. And the way they teach it, Mike, is kind of cool. They actually teach the quarterback to disconnect your upper body from your lower body. Just keep your feet moving, and however you're up.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line. First down was not very good. Here's second and goal. From the shotgun, it's Williams. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's into the end zone. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Bears.
This is just back-breaking here. If you're the defense, you feel like you're in a really good spot. It's third and pass. You understand what the offense likely has to do to convert the first down. They just don't do a great job of covering the receivers. And at the same point, let's give a lot of credit. Nice job by the quarterback working through his progression, getting to the right choice, and it pays off for a touchdown.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Jackson now to throw on first down. Down the field, he's got Aguilar. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Bears off to the early lead. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the give, here's Henry. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
Tremaine Edmonds on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup.
On the handoff, it's Henry. He'll maneuver his way down to the 32. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
On third down, Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down. Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Ravens are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. They'll go again with Swift. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. To throw, it's Williams. Gonna look deep, looking for more. And he will go all the way. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Chicago. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. On is Santos for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Bears are out to a 21-10 lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Here comes a return from the end zone. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Throwing Jackson. Going up top and looking for Flowers.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw him a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On the give, here's Swift. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
He finds the veteran Keenan Allen. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Bears first down. They will run it over center with Swift. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Here's Williams now to throw. That's caught left side by Odunze. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 22 yards.
Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss. Over the middle, that's Komet. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. This pass caught right side. It's Allen. The Bears go ahead, take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half. Second and a yard. Throwing is Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And he'll be out of bounds, but he got the first down, so it's going to be first and goal. They're going to mark it at the 6.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
And he's in. Cole Komet, touchdown Bears. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Makes the score Bears 28, Ravens 10. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. Hardy now with the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line. What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First down and goal. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. It's the linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds. Past the 40 to the 20. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Chicago. What a spectacular take back for the score. You can stay in your own end zone and just take the touchback. Better yet, go the other way and get the touchdown.
And just a great heads-up play there, Mike, not only to secure the ball in the end zone, but then to recognize he had an alley, he's able to outrun the rest of those guys, and now he finds himself taking it all the way back for 6.
So, we have reached halftime, and the visiting Bears are in front. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Twin Cities and U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, the home of the Vikings. The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And off we go from Minneapolis. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Najee Harris. And a nice run to start out. 6 yards on the first play of the game. Fields from the pistol. Now a screen set up for Harris. That screen goes for 12. And that's a first down.
How often do we see, Mike, the running back, they get a little too antsy and they go a little too fast on these screen plays. In this case, great job by the back. First, he let his offensive lineman go out. He then follows behind. That's the key to a good screen play.
Going to get that into the hands of his receiver, Mike Williams. On first down, it's Harris. The ball comes out. The Vikings have got it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So,
the ball is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run the toss here with Jones. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Quickly to the outside and complete. A gain of 16 on that pass play. 1st down, Minnesota.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space. Because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They run straight ahead with Jones. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. That's into the hands of Aaron Jones. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. On 4th down, here's McCarthy. He'll try and get there on the ground. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first.
Turnover on down.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. He'll work forward for a couple. The veteran safety, Harrison Smith, there on the stop. 2nd down and 8. Throwing is Fields. This one intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone. So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That's caught by Jones out of the backfield. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. A short one taken by Hopkinson. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains. Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
They'll run for it, and it's Jones. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on down. First down. Fields. Working 3 downfield. It is Williams. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
They'll run. This is Jalen Warren. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Now, Fields. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. 2 minutes to play. Still searching for our first points of the half. We'll have more from Minneapolis after this. On 1st and 10, Fields. That's right side and brought in by Williams. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Warren. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. He pulls it in around the 5. Get about 6 before he's taken down. Try to run for it with Harris. The Steelers will use one of their timeouts as they stop with 28 seconds to go in this 1st half. They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go with the sneak.
I love this call, Mike. You're basically asking yourself, can your offense beat this defense? And they know exactly what play is coming. And I'll tell you,
and he will drive his way into the end zone. Justin Fields. Touchdown, Steelers. Chris Boswell on for the point after. The kick is good. However, there is a penalty flag down. The defense might have gotten a head start. So too soon, apparently, to worry about going for two, even after the penalty. So this one will come from the 10.
His kick is good. Makes the score 8-7. Vikings nothing. Chris Boswell will kick off for Pittsburgh.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Ty Chandler now to bring it back. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. A huge play just before the half. 33 yards. On first down, here's McCarthy. Rolling right, it's taken in, and he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Reichard's kick is good, and the Vikings run the ball. It's 7-3.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone. So they're going to blow it dead, and they'll bring the ball out to start at the 40-yard line. A pair of first downs gives them first and 10 up at the 40. Fields now. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Chandler now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Throwing on second down is McCarthy. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And third down coming up. McCarthy from the gun here on third down. He'll look underneath here for Jones. A gain there of 11. It'll be a Vikings first down.
Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. This pass, right side. Going to be caught by Harrison. A nice throw by the rookie out of Michigan. It's going to be good enough for a first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On the ground now with Jones. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. DeMonte Casey in on the tackle.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd down, 3 to go. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They tracked him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Anytime it's 3rd and short, you better account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what they do here. Great job by the defense, taking him down for a loss. Brings up 4th down.
They'll go. Here's McCarthy. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Weed.
So often it just comes down to decision-making, and while you understand there's going to be ups and downs and ebbs and flows anytime you're dealing with a young rookie quarterback, the reality is he wants to play well here at home. Maybe he's pressing a little bit, but he wants his fans and his home crowd to be behind him and support him. That's going to come. That's going to be all in due time. But here today, he's got to worry about just play well and execute at the quarterback position. Everything else will take care of itself.
And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. Fields now to throw on 1st down. A pass taken in by Harris. And he won't get away. Good overfield tackle there to get him down behind the line. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Austin brought in motion. 2nd down. It's Fields. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. Slot man in motion right. And he's going to lose yardage here. That's the way they'll switch ends as this 3rd quarter has come to an end.
Vikings 3.
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. A run with Harris. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down, or do they play it?
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Mike Williams. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers extend their advantage to 14-3.
Vikings 3. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Chandler now to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now McCarthy. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hockenson on that one. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. To throw is McCarthy. He's going to let one fly for Addison. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Handoff from the pistol to Harris. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll give it to Harris again. And they bring him down inside the 25.
It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off in Detroit. Nicole Hardman now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Mahomes starting off with a throw. Escapes the pocket. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. DeAndre Hopkins, the one he was looking for. And it sets up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Has it downfield, working the left. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They'll say hello to the red zone after that big play, huh? As they get set for 1st and 10. Play action, Mahomes. And a little play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw. It changed its direction.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he's stopped out at the 16 after a small gain. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. His drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Catch is made in close. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. From his own end zone, here we go. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing right away here. Goff. Got Williams, and it's complete. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And it's going to be about 3-yard pickup in the end. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on 4th. They'll go for it. Goff. He's got it to his running back. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Offense up to the line fast.
That's good.
First down throw from Goff. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage. And that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Hand off to Gibbs from the gun. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
That's a gain of 7. Brings that 3rd and 3.
Goff now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. keeps on moving into the red zone. He will go! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions finish off their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, it starts to shape the foundation of the preparation. It makes you wonder what's in store.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Hardman with a return. This return makes it up to the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Working quickly here. 3rd down, it's Mahomes. Completes this one to Gray. Decent gain here, but short of the first. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We're back to Ford Field right after this. About set for the 2nd quarter. Chiefs football here. They are looking at 4th down, however. They'll run for this. It's an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble there on 4th down, and they move those chains.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
All on the 45, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He's trying to push the field. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a 2nd quarter lead. Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7. Reed now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Goff working from the pistol. That's complete to Sam Laporta. Get some space around midfield. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They'll go right side with Gibbs. He's got room to roam here. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that gives the Lions the first.
That's good for the Lions.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Offense in the hurry up here. St. Brown, the receiver, in motion right. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Give him a couple on the run, and it's now 2nd and goal.
Pick up a 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Gibbs. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Lions can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. The Lions tie things up at 14. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Hardman with a return. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return.
At their own 24-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Pistol now for Mahomes. This one finds Kelsey. And he gets him around 6 there. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. We're at the 2-minute warning of a high-scoring game so far. My goodness. The Chiefs working here. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Mahomes. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, now that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Rolling left, buying some time. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Again, Mahomes to throw. To the left and reeled in by Hopkins. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best. And you get to see how you handle the most pressure. And it turns out they handled it pretty darn well. And now they'll keep pushing.
That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Throwing again, Mahomes. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And Fatu with a fun move with the INT. And the Lions take possession of the football.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. Here's a counter give to Gibbs. Cuts it to the right sideline. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Gibbs is in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions get to late points and the lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Bates tacks on the extra point. The Lions break that tie and now lead by 7. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Hardman with a return. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. First down throw, Mahomes. Connects on the crosser. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First and 10 from the 41. Here's Mahomes now. And the man is there to knock that away.
How many times do defenders hear from the coaches read and react? Read and react. You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
And the Lions get him. Down he goes. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Back to throw, Mahomes. Into traffic, complete. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. Now the offense going to take its third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Lengthy fourth down try here. They need 6. They're going for it with Mahomes. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Malik Robertson takes it away. And the Lions will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return. Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal try. There's a 44-yard look from the right hash. Bates' kick is up and good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Running it with David Montgomery. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Pass complete to Gibbs. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. All set up now for first and 10. Gibbs now from the gun. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
From the 45 on second down. Catch is made down the right sideline. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. First and goal. Here's Gibbs. Runs it in. Touchdown Detroit. The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. Point after up and good for Bates. The Lions take a 3-possession lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Hardman with a return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled.
Take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Escapes out to the left. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. He's got it near the 10. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs start the second half with some needed points. But Kerr to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. Return's looking good so far. It's an excellent return, but he gets popped at the end of it. Ball at the 33 for first down. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Working quickly here. This is Gibbs on second down. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Offense in the hurry up here. On first down, it's gone. Laporta with the grab. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Gibbs will not score, and it's not going to get back to the line either. I think he lost close to 3 on that play. So now, here's third and goal.
It's third and goal.
Shotgun snap here to go. Has it in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
A gain of a yard. It's now fourth and goal.
Now they'll get some time to mold this decision. They'll have fourth and goal after the break. It's Lions ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. Out is Jake Bates, ready to try to knock this through. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Bates' kick is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown to field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Ball at the 33 for first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though. He got second down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Looking to throw Mahomes. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. they don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Third down, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.